So the first thing we want to look for, there's a big piece of trim that runs the whole front of this car. We need to pop this guy off. Basically, we're just kind of finding where it connects here and just prying it up, basically. And while you're doing this, you may notice that some of these are not coming out, so you may have to go back and kind of take them out and put them back in here before you reattach this. This is showing these little tabs that get stuck in here on this trim. You need to kind of get a rivet puller or something and pop them out of there. So when we're taking the trim off, we basically just need to take it off of the actual light here. You can kind of leave it on in the middle here, so we want to just do that on both sides. So once we have it off far enough, we're just getting it basically off the lights, you can kind of just put this aside. The trim then is just going to come off with the bumper then, which is not a big deal. Now we've taken the trim off. Again, it is still kind of attached here in the front, which is fine. Now we need to take this panel off, and there's a bunch of fasteners here. Just push down on the center and then pry out the base.
Lift the panel to remove it. Remove the bolts by turning them counterclockwise. Remove the rivets. Pry up the center of the rivet first. This will unlock it. Next, pry up the base of the fastener.
Turn the wheel to give yourself better access to the lining.
Pry up the center of the rivet first. This will unlock it. Next, pry up the base of the fastener.
And then if we come down here, we got these little like clips. You have to kind of just pull these away from the bumper here. So once we have that disconnected, this bumper should be free now. So we're just going to leave it like that.
Turn the wheel to give yourself better access to the lining.
Pry up the center of the rivet first. This will unlock it. Next, pry up the base of the fastener.
The wheel well lining can be pretty rigid and sometimes sharp, so it's a good idea to have a pair of gloves before attempting this repair.
So now we're going to come underneath the car, and basically all along kind of the front here, there are a bunch of 10mm bolts we're going to need to remove.
Remove the bolts by turning them counterclockwise.
Now that we have all the bolts and fasteners out, we're going to come to one side or the other here, doesn't matter which first, locate where the bumper connects, and we're going to grab kind of here, wiggle and pull. That's going to come back. We're going to go do the same thing on the opposite side. So now we have the sides disconnected, all the bolts and stuff are out, so this bumper, we should be able to get this off now. Now, first thing foremost, I did put down a rug here so we have somewhere to set it without scratching the paint. And before you attempt to do this, you're going to have to come to the top. Right here, kind of by the hood latch, there's a connector. So just push the tab and pull that connector and remove it real quick. On this car also, if we look right kind of where the connector is, right down here, there's kind of this little tab that essentially like holds this on. You want to kind of push this tab as you're pulling back on this bumper, and then you'll see it'll kind of slide back like that. And we can just kind of pull this back here. Now once we get this back to a certain distance, if we come down here where the fog lights are, there is going to be some wiring that you're going to need to disconnect here. So you have to pop this out first and then push the tab and pull this connector to disconnect it, okay? So we got it on that side. We're just going to come over and do the same thing on this side here. And again, we can see that trim that we left on there is just going to kind of be hanging on the top. So that, again, not a big deal there, but just be aware of that when you take this off. But now we should have enough clearance here. Now, before I bring this bumper back up, there's one thing I just want to point out. Now, the bottom part right here that needs to go on, there's two panels here. There's like this section here, and then there's the panel underneath the car. The bumper needs to go in between like these two panels. So when you bring this up, just make sure you're lining it up and it's getting kind of in between both of these panels here. So the first thing we'll do, I'm just going to kind of bring this up and we'll go ahead and reconnect these fog lights here.
Reconnect the connector.
And then again, as I'm bringing this up, I'm going to kind of look here just to make sure this is kind of getting in between here. If it doesn't, you can always readjust it. You also want to make sure that the little tab in the middle here is kind of lining up properly. Okay. Now at this point, I would kind of get under here and just kind of look to make sure that that went up the way it was supposed to, because it can kind of get caught up here a little bit. Once we have it in position, we're going to come and reconnect that connector. So now we have the bumper back up into position. We're going to come to one side or the other and just kind of get this side part pushed back in. So just kind of line it up and just kind of tap it back into place here. Looking good. Now we're going to go do the same thing on the opposite side.
Align the base of the rivet first. Next, push down on the center to lock it in place.
Then we have to try and kind of line these up and get these little kind of clips back on. Now, some of these go on a little easier than others. If it doesn't go on all the way, it's not a huge deal. Otherwise, the only other option you have, you can kind of take a towel or something to kind of protect this and get like a pliers in here, and then you can kind of squeeze this together, but just be careful with this because you don't want to like screw up the paint. And don't squeeze it too hard. I mean, if it's not going back on, it's not really a big deal, but you can see that kind of went back on now. And
turn the wheel to give yourself better access to the lining.
Align the base of the rivet first. Next, push down on the center to lock it in place. Replace the wheel well lining. Tuck the lining behind the lip of the bumper. Replace the bolts by turning them clockwise. Replace the rivets. Align the base of the rivet first. Next, push down on the center to lock it in place. Replace the bolts by turning them clockwise. Align the panel with the body before securing it to the vehicle. It's important to make sure it's set properly, otherwise it won't attach correctly. Replace the rivets. Pull out the center of the rivet first. Then, insert the base of the rivet into position. Finally, push down on the center of the rivet to lock it in place.
So now we're going to go ahead and pop the trim back on. Now, you may have noticed that a lot of the little tabs kind of came out when you were taking the trim off, and they're still in the car. You want to get like a panel puller or something and pop those out of there, and then you want to go and flip the trim over, and there's a bunch of holes, and you need to put them back into those holes. If one or two of them break, it's probably not the end of the world, so don't panic. If you're missing one or two of these on the piece of trim when you go to put this back on, it's really not the end of the world. The trim is probably still going to stay on there just fine. So now, once we have those back in there, we can just kind of line everything up with those holes and just pop this trim back on. Just kind of get those in line and just push down. So we got some there. We'll go and do the other side. Again, we only did take off a section of this trim, and one of the reasons why we did that is because a lot of those clips were not really coming out. So